Third down and 4. Mahomes out to his left, in trouble and going backward. Trying to make a play, and he does.
Most complete teams that I've certainly seen all year.
Second down and goal. Mahomes throws it for the touchdown. Unbelievable. Just a great athlete. And it's on display here tonight. It's Darrell Williams diving for the touchdown. By Kansas City. Down by 14. Here's a toss to Williams. Nice cut. He's got the touchdown. Handoff to Jackson, and he is in for the touchdown. Rivers throws, pass is caught. Benjamin. Rivers, pass is caught for the touchdown by Williams. 4 seconds left in the game, but this is likely the final play that matters. End zone wide open. What a night for Mike Williams. And the Chargers have their first lead of the night.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Prime Time Action Sports. We're back. Week 2 of the NFL is in the books. Week 3 starts tomorrow. Thursday Night Football. It's a great one, Slater. The Jacksonville Jags are playing against the Tennessee Titans. Great Thursday Night Football. Before we get into our previews, we just want to thank everybody for shouting us out, showing some love, representing the hats, all that. If it wasn't without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So thanks for tuning in again. We're back, Slater, as in tradition. World of sports. What's something that stood out to you? Jalen Ramsey asked for a trade.
I told him almost every play that he was weak, that he was soft. That demonstrate facts. He just couldn't handle the truth. It was facts. Told him that his time almost up. Told him that it was easy, which it was. He had 1 catch for 6 yards. I was just out there spitting facts to him, so he got mad.
Human beings in a mob, what's a mob to a king?
All-pro cornerback out of, I can't say just because of reasons that you guys will find out, but yeah, he got traded, or he didn't get traded. He asked to be traded from Jacksonville because he had a little altercation with his coach on the sideline on Sunday.
3-0. This was the second part that we were telling you about. Look at Marrone, left of your screen, came back over there to yell at Ramsey, and Ramsey and Marrone exchanging words. That was part 2 of the sideline eruption. James, again,
He's one of the best corners, if not the best cover corner in the NFL. Right. He's super young, he's not even 25 yet. They're asking for 2 first-round picks. I mean, at first they said 1, and then now they're saying 2. But there's been 1 team in the NFC that's offered a first-round pick and a player, and then another team in the NFC that's offered 2 first-round picks, I believe. But
it's still being disclosed, correct?
Yeah, the teams haven't been announced that offered for him.
Okay.
But yeah, that was going on, and Antonio Brown made his debut as a Patriot and looked good. So
2nd and 7 for New England. Brady from the gun fires. He's got Brown. They get him involved right away. Works. He prepares. Follow his lead. 2nd and 9. Brady feeding to the sideline. It's Brown. New set of downs for New England inside the 20. Brady pats and throws, catch and curl, Antonio Brown. 3 targets, 3 receptions. Guy on the field, I miss him in the locker room. He's a big kid. I'm still adjusting to life without him. Brown gets the carry. Identity and developing it over the course of the season. Brady, end zone, caught by Brown. Touchdown, New England. Antonio Brown, the newest Patriot.
Going against first-year player Jamal Wiltz. A little bit of a shove there. The ball.
He didn't look bad wearing that number 17 uni, huh? It looked a little different. It didn't look like AB, but he played like AB.
Yeah, it played like AB. Something that stood out to me, it was the quarterback shift in the NFL. Whether you look at New Orleans and Drew Brees went down with that thumb injury, speedy recovery.
46-yard punt. Brees back to the bench, checking the grip. 3-0 LA. Drew Brees has been healthy, to say the least, in his time with the New Orleans Saints. He's missed one game due to injury in 13+ years, and he banged his passing hand into the right hand of Aaron Donald a moment ago.
We got Teddy Bridgewater and what's the guy's first name? Hill? From the Saints? Hill?
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill. They're going to be splitting snaps this Sunday for the Saints. And also Big Ben, you know, it looks like it's a Tommy John kind of like surgery, and we saw Jake Delhomme do that years ago. No one thought he would be the same. He had a couple okay years. In that 1 year they led in the playoffs, but it's a serious injury, especially this kind of end of the year or end of the line for Big Ben. You know, 3 years left on his contract. That's a big one. We've got Mason Rudolph coming in for him. And then also Eli Manning, you know, it was inevitable at some point because we knew when Daniel Jones was the 6th overall pick that he would at one time be benched, and Daniel Jones had a glimmer in the preseason. Granted, it was against the starters, but this is his opportunity. They're 0-2. They got a good arsenal of weapons with Golden Tate coming back in 2 weeks, and we'll see how they do. So it's a shift in the NFL. It's kind of weird watching all these these players from little kids to now, and like it's gonna be a whole new phase. Whether it's Lamar Jackson, Mahomes, and Prescott. You know, Rivers is on the end. Breeze is obviously out for a little bit, which he'll come back. But you know what I mean? That's a big thing for me. So that, you know, week 2 review. I picked a lot of bad teams. If we look at our pick'ems, just kind of right now, which we have from week 2. So the only thing we disagreed on was 2 games, and I took the last one when I thought Sam Darnold was actually going to play before he got mono. But Cleveland just whomped on the Jets 23-3 on Monday Night Football. Nothing really stood out for me, the Browns-wise, besides OBJ making 2 great catches, whether it was an 89-yard touchdown.
Probably should have went to him on the last play.
In stride, OBJ. He comes back to MetLife and does this. How about it? Odell Beckham Jr. 89-yard touchdown.
Or the one-handed catch to start the first quarter on the sideline. Welcome back to MetLife.
2nd and 12. Mayfield wants all of it. What an effort by OBJ.
It's just one-on-one coverage out there. Wow.
He ended the game with 6 receptions, 161 yards, and 1 touchdown. So the Jets are one of your teams, and I know you like them as your dark horse. What did you think of them coming out Monday night?
What do you mean the dark? I didn't have them.
Well, they're your second team.
The Browns are, not the Jets.
No, that's what I meant. I'm talking about the Browns. No one wants to talk about the Jets.
You said the Jets, though.
Okay. Well, I'm also talking about the Browns.
Yeah. It wasn't a great performance from Baker Mayfield, but he got the job done. He threw for like 300 yards, threw for 1 touchdown. Could have definitely been better. Threw 1 pick. It was kind of like a tip pass, but the run game looked a lot better. Nick Chubb had a bounce-back game.
Here's Chubb going to test that left side, right inside it into the end zone. Nick Chubb. 19-yard touchdown run for Chubb.
Defense was really well, even though it was against the 3rd-string quarterback.
Bulk.
And Le'Veon Bell, I'll tell you what, he looked really good.
1st and 5 after the penalty. Le'Veon Bell with a good Pac-12 record holder. And now Bell bounces it to the outside and gives a spin move. And here's Falk on 1st down with time, and he will check down to Bell. Makes the first man miss, little stutter step, and goes ahead, then hurdles and stays in. 3rd down and 11. As Myles Garrett absolutely crushed Luke Falk, and now reversing course is Bell and weaving his way. I mean, the effort from
He looked like vintage Le'Veon Bell, and he didn't even score a touchdown. He balled out. Other than that, though, I didn't really take much away from it. It was just that the Browns, they beat a 3rd-string quarterback team. A game that they were supposed to win in the first place anyway, so...
With or without Sam Darnold?
I think that we need to see a little bit more from the Browns, but I'm on the Browns bandwagon.
100%. So we'll go into week 2. I also want to note about quarterbacks. Cam Newton is also questionable. They say re-aggravated a foot injury after Thursday night's loss against Tampa Bay, 20-14. Carolina obviously lost after that weird McCaffrey end play. Let's also get into, before we get into our game of the week and some reviews, let's talk about the biggest winners and losers of week 2 and what we learned coming out the gate. I know we kind of tipped into it, but looking at the whole schedule, who's the biggest winners, who's the biggest losers, and what's something you learned?
I think the biggest. I'll start with you. I want to hear what you have to say.
With me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the biggest winners are gonna be the Indianapolis Colts. They came out very close, beating the Tennessee Titans 19-17. Brissett played okay. He had 3 touchdowns, 146 yards, but 3 touchdowns. That's great. I know Tennessee's the greatest team out there in the world, but that's a division win. It's on the road too, and that's exactly what the Colts need after such a devastating offseason, losing their franchise quarterback. I think Brissett is going to come into his own. He's a good quarterback. He's groomed well. They paid him, so I think he's going to be happy. And biggest losers is going to have to be my boys, LA Chargers. Typical Chargers ball play in Detroit. You had the game. You had 13 points that are erased because our punter was our kicker.
Holding Tyrod Taylor, no good. He's missed 2 in a row.
And we did typical Chargers fashion in the red zone, multiple penalties.
Rivers looks at the nickel. Justin Jackson at 1st and 10. Schofield ahead as a plow. There he goes. Explosive. In there with the block. Down the sideline. He goes. Flag. They call it a touchdown.
Offense, number 15.
Went 3rd and 20 plus. Made it back down the 1 yard line. Austin Eckler having a great game. Tried to dive over LT status for the 2nd time in the game. Fumbled, boom.
Tight ends, Eckler in there, 1st and goal. A leap again and trying to go in. Big hit, loose ball. It's Detroit's ball.
We got away with it before leaving his feet, but he extends the ball, and I think clearly this thing gets put.
And then the rest is kind of history because Philip Rivers threw in a triple coverage. You can't blame him because the guy's always playing from behind, technically, in a sense.
Jackson is in with a block. Rivers deep and intercepted. Picked off by Slay.
That's my biggest losers. And something I learned is that the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott, they're looking pretty good. I will not lie. I think that they have another easy game against Miami, but Dak Prescott and his new Kellen Moore offensive coordinator, they're looking great, and I think they're clicking all cylinders.
He said, yeah, but we really love 33. Yes, they do. A lot of time for Prescott. Going to launch it. Going deep down the field. And it's caught for the touchdown. Prescott going to keep it all. What a zone read. Look at Dak Prescott with room to roll. Prescott still going down to the 20. Timeout left. Prescott going to throw it again. Coming near side. He's got a touchdown. It's Jason Witten. Score. Here's Prescott on 2nd down. And over the middle, it's caught for a touchdown, and it's Cooper.
And I've learned that Dallas and Dak Prescott, they can actually ball on offense too. So that's me.
Me too. I'm pretty impressed by Dallas.
Slater, we're talking about winners and losers. Anything else that stood out to you from week 2? Other than Miami getting whomped on by another 43 points.
Yeah, biggest, Miami, I already said they were the biggest losers last year. I mean, I don't know, I can't really put them any lower than what they were in week 1. So, I mean, I think the biggest loser that sticks out to me is the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know that they just traded for Minkah Fitzpatrick for a 1st-round pick. Their past 5 years have been all on defense, their 1st-round picks. And it's not really working out to what they'd hoped. I know they have a lot of talent on defense, but their defense isn't feared by anyone. It's not the Blitzburg or what it was back in the day with Troy Polamalu, all those guys. But I have to say they lost Big Ben for the year. A lot of question marks. Juju's definitely feeling what it's like to be a true number 1. He's getting double teamed. James Conner's been a little banged up. The run game hasn't been all there, but I think Pittsburgh was the biggest loser. And then I have to say 2nd would be Jacksonville. You know, they lost Nick Foles week 1. They lost again. They lost again week 2. Barely lost, but
they got greedy.
Yeah, I didn't say they got greedy. I like the call. I like the aggressiveness, but I think an 0-2 start. Your starting quarterback, he's out for who knows how long. He's got a messed up clavicle or a rotator cuff, and then you got your star cornerback and arguably one of the best players on defense on the defensive side of the ball. He wants to get out. And biggest winners, I'm going to have to say, it's going to be the New York Giants organization as a whole. And I say that because Daniel Jones is starting now for the New York Giants.
Wanted this all along.
And I think Daniel Jones, as much criticism everyone gave him and all the criticism that I gave him.
As I say, including you.
I think Daniel Jones, he's a better passer. at least right now. I know Eli Manning's made some great throws in his career, and he's been to 2 Super Bowls, but he's 500 in his career, Eli Manning. He's 116 and 116 in his career. He has 2 Super Bowl championships. Other than those 2 Super Bowl runs, he's never won a playoff game. Yep. So, and you could even argue that those 2 playoff runs were carried by the defense, with Michael Strahan, Osi Umenyiora, Justin Tuck, Jason Pierre-Paul, all those kind of guys.
Pierre-Paul,
and the lucky helmet catch too.
Yeah.
But I think Daniel Jones he's not going to be sensational. He's got some problems with fumbling the football, but I think he's going to be a better fit for the Giants, and I think the Giants on offense are going to start clicking a lot more, and it's going to give motivation to the defense to perform as well. So
I agree 100%. Well, our game of the week turned out to be not the game of the week because it was the New Orleans Saints at the LA Rams, thinking, all right, it's going to be a shootout. New Orleans come out firing. That's what we both said. However, the New Orleans Drew Brees, the quarterback got hurt very early. They lost 9-27, and it was I predicted 31-28. So I mean, I was predicting a lot. I was predicting Kamara to score 3 times, and it didn't come out that way. They've got a lot to turn around too, and I think. I don't know where New Orleans is going to go. They have a 2-quarterback system coming up. I will say, sticking in the NFC, one of the other things that stood out to me was the Eagles. And I think that Carson Wentz is a little overhyped, and then Dak Prescott is outperforming Carson Wentz, who got paid. So Dak Prescott will be like, yo, you look in the division, I'm the next to get paid. Pay me more than Carson Wentz. I'm winning it. Carson Wentz makes a flashy throw here and there.
The guys. Snaps it at 1 on the play clock. Fires. Caught for the touchdown. Nelson Aguilar.
Guy.
Right.
Third down
and 9. Wentz looks the other way. Somehow gets away for the moment.
Whoa.
Throws under pressure and gets it away complete.
Look at this.
Somehow gets it away just before the knee goes down.
There is no way to make that throw.
And he gets so much praise.
It was a rough game. There was a lot of injuries that game. You had Dallas Goedert. He went out. Alshon Jeffrey didn't play. Deshaun Jackson didn't play. And so take those weapons away from Dak Prescott. Take away the backup tight end. Take away 2 of the wide receivers. And get hit in the ribs and get put on the sideline or get hit in the face too, because he was getting checked out for a concussion during that game and he came back out. So
hobbled back out. But
and he made a couple of risky throws. Matt Ryan threw 3 picks that game. I picked the Falcons to win, but it was an entertaining game towards the end.
Nelson Julio came the ball.
Yeah, Nelson Aguilar got that conversion on 4th down.
47-yard line to stay alive. Wentz under pressure, airs it out deep downfield, and it's going to be caught by Aguilar at the 20-yard line.
It was similar to like a Tom Brady to Rob Gronkowski in the AFC Championship game against Denver on 4th and 10.
This one could close it out. Brady, though, goes down the field to Gronkowski, and he has the football at the 10-yard line.
I think that game was it was the game that I've never seen that many injuries to more key players in a game before.
I almost won fantasy because of it.
Yeah, I pretty much lost because of it, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got to take away from that. The Falcons, they need to start going on offense. Matt Ryan needs to be a little bit more protective with the ball.
Yeah, what was up then? Freeman needs to step up too. Come on, man, drafted you by accident.
Yeah, an accident.
But still, come on.
Yeah.
Going into week 3?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, week 3, starting off like we said, Tennessee is visiting Jacksonville. We also highlight our game of the week, which we will talk about when we get there. I'm sure you guys can predict it. Slater, you are 1-0 because in our week 2 pick'ems, like we split it. I picked Indianapolis, you picked Tennessee. I won that. However, I took the Jets last second because I thought Sam Darnold was playing. He goes out with mono. The Cleveland wins it, so we tied. So Slater, you still are 1-0 in our pick'ems.
Still waiting on that lunch.
I guess you're 1-0-1. So let's just go into week 3. All right, we got Tennessee at Jacksonville. It's going to be a great one, we think. I don't know, last year Derrick Henry broke off that 99-yard run. Who would have saw that coming? Who do you have winning this battle this time?
I got Jacksonville winning this one at home.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that even with Jalen Ramsey being frustrated, he's still going to go out and play. Fournette might step up. I'm expecting something big from Fournette eventually. I just don't know when. But Tennessee's underrated, but I think Jacksonville's going to win this one for sure. Next, you want to lead us into these games leading up to Game of the Week?
Yeah, so Buffalo and Cincinnati.
2-0 Bills. 2-0
Bills
Bills.
are 2-0. I got Buffalo in that one.
Buffalo.
I got Buffalo at home.
I'm going to take Buffalo over Cincinnati as well. Buffalo has been very good defensively so far, but they played
Josh
very
Allen's
bad
making
team.
plays.
Josh Allen plays Cincinnati. Andy Dalton is leading the league in passing. However, he hasn't really faced Buffalo yet, and I think Buffalo's defense is a little overrated, but I'm still taking Buffalo to win this because it's in Buffalo, and Bills Mafia is just coming to show up this year. Second,
Miami in Jerry's world. I'll take Ezekiel Elliott by himself for versus the Dolphins.
man, I feel bad for the Miami Dolphins right now, man. They're going to start Fitzpatrick again. They keep doing the 2-quarterback system, and it's all over the place.
They keep benching one or the other.
Just let Josh Rosen go out there.
Let him go out there. I mean, you guys are losing games with Ryan Fitzpatrick. I know he's not got a lot to work with, but you can't keep switching quarterbacks in and out because that takes confidence away from the quarterback.
Yeah, it does.
And he's like, oh, why am I not good enough? So I feel like that system's pretty flawed.
Exactly. All right, next we got Denver going to Lambeau Field against Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers. Denver showed some problems with Joe Flacco, but they're not that improved. The defense hasn't really showed up anything to me yet. So I'm taking Green Bay for that reason because it's in Lambeau and it's against the Packers. Why not?
I'll take Green Bay in that one, too. I feel like Aaron Rodgers is starting to get his groove. He was hot in the first quarter.
I know.
Of the game.
Rodgers to throw. It has all day. And wide open. He's got it. It's Davante Adams. Field. Rodgers looks the other way. And it's Jamal Williams. He's headed to the end zone. And he's in with a Packer touchdown. They need 5. Rodgers throw. It's a first down inside backfield. Rodgers the other way for the end zone. Touchdown, Geronimo Allison. Rodgers has it on the move to Davante Adams inside the 20. On second down, 6, Rodgers to throw and does.
And then he started to slow down. I think he's going to get his rhythm and go all game on this one.
Okay. Next one, we got Atlanta visiting the Indianapolis Colts. Atlanta coming off a hot win. Same with Indianapolis getting the first win of the season under new quarterback Jacoby Brissett. Who do you got?
I'm going to take Indianapolis.
Okay, I'm taking Atlanta just because I think Devontae Freeman and that run game is going to gash Indianapolis, who's been gashed by Austin Eckler and Derrick Henry the last 2 games. Atlanta is going to figure out how to get Devontae Freeman and Ito Smith involved to the point where, this is my bold prediction, Devontae Freeman
was gashed in the pass game against Austin Eckler.
Okay, but still, he still had 67, 68 yards rushing. Either way, it's still like a little dump off. All right. Anyways, I'm going to say my bold prediction is going to be Devontae Freeman scores twice, once through the air, one on the ground, and a routing of Indianapolis. Not routing. I'm just going to say it's a close game, but Devontae Freeman scores twice, once through the air, one on the ground.
I have the Colts winning that one, 31-17.
31-17?
Yep. Marlon Mack's going to have a big game, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
And then next we got Baltimore at Kansas City. That's our game of the week.
Yep,
I mean,
that's our game of the week.
I'm going to take... You got Baltimore.
You got Baltimore too?
I'm going to take Kansas City.
You going to switch it up?
Yeah. I want Kansas City.
All right,
I want Patrick Mahomes versus Baltimore in Kansas City. I'll take that.
This is going to be an absolute shootout from what it seems like on paper. Not too much defense, even though Baltimore's defense is underrated. I think Kansas City's defense has made a couple plays this offseason so far this season. But Lamar Jackson's looking like a great quarterback. Kansas City's quarterback, Pat Mahomes, looking like where he left off last season. So you're going to take Kansas City now?
Yep.
Okay. I got Baltimore. You've got Kansas City. This is our game of the week. It should be the highest scoring game. I'm predicting it to be the most highest scoring game. What is your bold prediction going into our game of the week?
Travis Kelce, 2 touchdowns, $180.
$180?
$180.
All right, I like it. I'm going to say that Lamar Jackson outshoots Kansas City's Pat Mahomes by 2 touchdowns. I'm going to say he ends with 5, Mahomes ends with 3.
All right.
Let's go. All right, next. Larry, you want to introduce the next ones?
Yeah, so we got Oakland, Minnesota next. Oakland coming off a loss to Kansas City and Oakland.
That's your squad.
Minnesota coming off a loss in Lambeau. And then coming off a win week 1 against Atlanta. I'm going to take Oakland in that one. I think Tyrell Williams, if he plays, hopefully Josh Jacobs got to get a little bit more healthy. Derek Carr, I feel like they're going to come out and they're going to win that game in Minnesota. I feel like it's going to be an upset. So I'm going to take Oakland in that one.
Minnesota definitely has got to figure out something out with Kirk Cousins. Look like he way overpaid the man. But knock if you're with me if you're taking Minnesota. So I'm taking Minnesota for that one. I think that Oakland traveling to Minnesota is going to be troubles. It will be a close game, but Kirk Cousins will figure something out. Or let's say Dalvin Cook and just feed the man until his ACL's tear. All right. Jets at New England, I think. Go ahead.
I'm going to take I'm gonna take New England. No,
Obviously.
I don't even want to argue. Even if Antonio Brown sits out, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, what was the news on Antonio Brown?
They met, so there's a 10-hour. They flew Brittany Taylor out, the trainer that accused AB for sexual assault, and they had a 10-hour meeting with her. So I don't know what that means. 10 hours is a long time, especially for an interview. So I don't know what they could have been talking about into detail, but I'm pretty sure they're going to try to get AB's side of the story too. I don't know when that's going to take place, but
as far as news suit him up?
That's what it looks like. I mean, that's the Patriots' job. They're not focused up on his accusations or the case or the civil lawsuit that's going on or the investigation with the NFL. They care about football. Right. And if he can't play, then they're gonna play without him. If he can play, then it's great. They'll be happy to have him. So.
All right, fair enough. Detroit at Philadelphia. I'm taking Philadelphia in a bounce back win against Detroit. Detroit, you got very lucky against the Chargers. If we had a kicker, you would have lost, and Matt Stafford, you would have panicked. Slater, who you got?
I got Philly in that one.
All right, next, Carolina at Arizona. We don't know what the status is with Cam Newton. Even with Cam Newton, I'm still picking Arizona and Kyler Murray to win his first NFL game, and he's going to throw a couple pairs of touchdowns. And we'll see
I got Arizona winning too, but I think Christian McCaffrey's going to have a big bounce back game.
I hope so. Damn.
I hope so too.
All right, next, Daniel Jones and New York Giants visiting Tampa Bay, Jameis Winston and the Buccaneers.
I was a little torn on this one just because I'm on the Daniel Jones hype train now because I picked him in fantasy because I really needed him as a QB. But I'm going to take Tampa Bay in this one just because I think Bruce Arians, I think he's going to ruffle Daniel Jones' feathers. I think Daniel Jones is going to play well because Tampa Bay is not really known to be very defensively. Yeah, I who knows if he's going to be nervous or not. But I think I'm going to take Tampa Bay in that one. I just think experience. I think Jameis Winston is pretty average, but I think he's going to make enough plays. I think Mike Evans is going to have a bounce-back game.
He should.
He better have a bounce-back game because I think he's the best player on that team. So I got Tampa Bay in that one at home.
All right, I took the Giants. I'm taking Daniel Jones to win it. Upset alert. Next, Houston Texans at the LA Chargers. So, you know, I'm always going to pick the Chargers, ride or die.
Yep. I'm going to take Houston on that one.
Damn.
Yep. I'm going to take Houston. I think Will Fuller's going to have a big game. I don't think the Chargers are going to be able to keep up with the speed of Will Fuller and the route running and the speed and the ability of DeAndre Hopkins. And I think Deshaun Watson, just his pocket mobility, and I just think his ability to air it out downfield and to always keep his eyes downfield, I think he's going to scorch the Chargers' defense.
The defense is not the same this year.
I think the Chargers are going to play well. I don't think they're going to play well enough to beat Houston. It's home field advantage for the Chargers. It's a little bit better this year, but it's still not home field advantage.
Yeah. Mason Rudolph and the Pittsburgh Steelers going up against San Francisco's Jimmy Garoppolo, another 2-0 surprise team.
Jimmy G, 3-0, mark it down.
I took San Fran too. Mason Rudolph's going to have a decent game. He's going to dump it off to Vance McDonald's security blanket, it looked like. So, for that reason, I'm still taking San Fran. New Orleans at Seattle. Another game where the quarterback is missing. We got Teddy Bridgewater and Hill splitting snaps against Russell Wilson and the established Seattle Seahawks. I'm taking
Seattle. Sean Payton's a great coach, but that offense relies around Drew Brees. Yeah, it relies
we'll
on
see.
him.
A lot of those fans.
He's the manager of that offense.
Yeah, he's a coach on the field. Finally, it ended Sunday night. Cleveland getting another premier game. They're hosting the LA Rams, the defending NFC Championship team. I'm going Rams, sir. Are you taking Cleveland?
I am taking Cleveland.
Right.
I think the Rams are going to get the first
more.
loss. I think Cleveland prime time. This is OBJ's Baker Mayfield. This is what they live for. They live for the prime time. So I'm taking
prime time.
I'm taking Cleveland. I think OBJ and Baker Mayfield. I think that's one of the best QB connections in the league. I think they got to get a little bit more chemistry because OBJ wasn't there for most of the training camp. But I got Cleveland in that one. I got Cleveland shutting down Jared Goff. I got Jared Goff throwing 3 picks.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I got Cleveland winning that one, 31-20.
Whoa. The high scoring game. We'll see. I don't really know why Cleveland's back-to-back primetime, but hey, I don't make the schedules. I just read them off. Finally, Monday Night Football. I don't know. This could be a weird one. Chicago at Washington. I'm taking Chicago. I think Mitch Trubisky. This is a do-or-die moment right here. You got to step it up, man. Your team's playing. You got to step up. Come on, man.
Yeah, I think definitely on the offensive side of the ball, Mitch Trubisky does have to step up. I don't think he's in any jeopardy to lose his job or anything like that.
No, not yet.
But it definitely is something that needs to be addressed because he isn't playing as well as he should be. Because that Bears team is balling out. You got the defense who's looking just like it was last year, just tenacious. They're getting to the quarterback. They're covering the receivers well. They held Aaron Rodgers to 10 points week 1, and they still lost. How can you hold Aaron Rodgers to 10 points and still lose? So, yeah, I got Chicago in that one, but, I mean, Washington, they need a little bit more help on the offensive side of the ball. They got David Geis, who's out. Defensively, they're not playing great, but Chicago in that one, I have faith in David Montgomery. I think a lot of people are kind of gave up hope on him after week 1, but I think it was just a rough game overall. They didn't give him the ball as much as they should have, and when he did get the ball, he was productive.
Yeah, last week he had a touchdown.
Last week he had a touchdown. I think progressively they're going to feed him more and more and more each week, and I think he's going to be a star in the NFL.
I'm actually on the hype train with you, Montgomery. I saw a lot of more promise last week than I did week 1.
He makes plays.
Yeah, you just gotta give him the goddamn ball.
Yeah, you gotta get it out of Mitch Trubisky's hands.
So we disagreed on 6 Slater. We disagreed on Indianapolis and Atlanta. I took Atlanta. You took Indianapolis. We disagreed on Baltimore and Kansas City, which is our game of the week. We disagreed on Oakland and Minnesota. We disagreed on New York Giants and Tampa Bay, Houston and the Chargers, and the Rams and Cleveland. So that's technically 6. Our game of the week, do you want to do a tiebreaker and make a bold prediction? Or you want
Let's do the game of the week start with 2 points.
Okay. I like that. That's a good thing. Cool. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Is there anything else you want to note about these teams or the schedule? Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We'll get right back into fantasy talk. Thanks again for everyone tuning in. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube if you haven't already. Follow us on Instagram, Primetime Sports. Follow Slater and I, Slater Thomas, Presley Thomas. Follow us on Ryan Pierce, who has recently actually joined the cast as a professional and analytics crew member. Thank you for joining us, Ryan. He's on the set. He's always helping us get some stats and all that. So if you haven't heard about Ryan Pierce, follow him, RYSteezy on Instagram. Now, Slater, we're going to get into some fantasy talk. Last week we kind of had some start-sits. You said start the Raiders, and the Raiders actually looked pretty good. Tyrell Williams looked like a true number 1. Yeah, I know he has a little head pointer. But I'm going to read off some questions to you. You can read off some to me if you like. Let's just start at the quarterback position as well as our game of the week. We got Baltimore and the Kansas City Chiefs. Are you taking Lamar Jackson or Patty Mahomes?
Taking MV Pat.
MV Pat?
Yeah.
I said Jackson's going to outperform him, so I'm taking Jackson for that one. But you can't
I think Mark Ingram's going to gash that Cleveland.
You can't really go wrong without these quarterbacks. So you're saying start Mark Ingram too?
Yeah, Mark Ingram's my guy.
All right, running back Thursday night. Let's just kick it off. Derrick Henry versus Leonard Fournette.
I think Leonard Fournette's going to have a bounce-back game in that one.
I mean, has he really had a good game this year there?
I know. I think he's going to have a bounce-back game.
Okay. And then we're going to go all the way to Sunday night. Nick Chubb versus Todd Gurley. Some really hard-hitting runners. They play college ball together. What do you got?
I got Nick Chubb all day.
Nick Chubb? All right. I like it. Let's move into the wide receiver category. We got Golladay versus Mike Evans. Mike Evans facing a very porous New York Giants defense. Golladay facing Philadelphia, who let Julio Jones kind of have his day with him. So, who do you got?
I got Mike Evans. I know it sounds a little risky to take Mike Evans over Golladay just because of the production Galladay's been putting versus Mike Evans.
Yeah.
But I think Mike Evans, I know that the Eagles had trouble containing Julio Jones, but Kenny Golladay is not Julio Jones.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Mike Evans. I had him having a bounce-back game. I'm going to take him more points.
I'm going to say
I'm not arguing that Kenny Galladay's not going to have a good game, but I think Mike Evans is going to have a better game.
I'm going to say start Mike Evans also with confidence. This is going to be his breakout game. If it's not, look to get him off your rosters ASAP. Maybe for a decent running back, a running back 2, or a wide receiver like Hollywood Brown or John Ross.
Mark Ingram, that's a fair one.
Yeah, there you go. Get him while you get the usage of him while you can, but for everyone realize that he actually does stink. Next, we got John Ross versus Hollywood Brown. Some 2 young, fast, good-looking wide receivers on the field. They're just killing it, tearing it up. Who you got on the 2?
John Ross or Hollywood Brown?
You got John Ross on Fox River.
I do have John Ross.
I'm surprised you're not starting him. Still starting Jarvis Landry?
I am starting John Ross.
Oh!
Over Jarvis Landry this week. So I'm going to take John Ross all day.
Like, on that Buffalo defense?
Of course, 4.22.
Okay, whatever.
4.22, baby.
I like Hollywood Brown. I think I would take Hollywood Brown just because the implications that he's playing in, the big shootout. So I'm taking Hollywood Brown. But I think
Hollywood Brown's a baller.
You can't go wrong with either of them. So next we got Keenan Allen versus DeAndre Hopkins. Two very premier top 10 wide receivers fantasy-wise, and I think in the league. Who you got? Casey Hayward will be matching up against Hopkins.
I got Keenan Allen. I'm not arguing that DeAndre Hopkins is in a bad game like I just said with Kenny Galladay, but I think Will Fuller is going to have a big game this week, so I'm going to take Keenan Allen over DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay. Tight end, we're gonna hit it back to that Kansas City game because that's probably, if you have anyone in your fantasy lineup, Baltimore Chiefs, we recommend starting them 100%. We got Travis Kelce versus Mark Andrews. Can't really go wrong with either of them so far this season.
Yeah, but you can never go wrong with some good old Travis Kelce.
Right.
So I'm going to take Travis Kelce. I know Mark Andrews is a baller. He's a security blanket for Lamar Jackson, but he's Travis Kelce. He's so productive, and he's just the most sure thing, I think, in fantasy.
He really is. So, I mean, like I said, you can't really go wrong with that game. On paper, it's going to look like it's going to be a shootout. We don't know, though.
Zach Ertz, too. Zach Ertz is a baller.
Okay, yeah.
That's a guy that you guys need to... Whoever doesn't have him needs to trade for Zach Ertz.
Right.
He's a PPR machine.
Next, star of the week, for me at least, I have every single player on the Dallas offense. If you have anyone on Dallas, start them with a lot, and I mean a lot of confidence.
Start Jason Witten.
Against this less than college Miami Dolphins offense and defense. They look like they gave up right before the first kickoff. So start everyone on Dallas, even Cobb, anyone you can. Hell, even stop Pollard if you need to. Maybe not Pollard, but you know what I mean.
Let me ask you a question. Are the Dolphins... Is it more possible for the Dolphins to go 0-16 or the Patriots to go 16-0?
Whoa. I'm going to say for the Dolphins to go 0-16.
Me too, just because I think going 16-0 is a little hard in the NFL.
It's hard to win every single game.
Yeah.
Towards that end, you're like, oh, you know.
I don't think the Dolphins are as bad as everyone thinks either. I don't
think they'll go 16. I think they'll win 1 or 2 games.
I think they'll win 2 or 3. But I think it's hard in the NFL to win football games as it is, but last year, even the Bills were that team that was supposed to be terrible, and the year before that was the Jets. And it's funny how it's always the AFC East team, or the Browns, obviously. But
yeah,
New England. I mean, it's an easy path to an AFC East championship crown.
It always is. Star of the week. We talked about it, Slater. David Montgomery. You give this guy the ball, he's gonna produce. I guarantee it. Just give him a chance at least. If you have him in your lineup, start him on your flex at least. Unless you have 2 better running backs or worse, start him with confidence.
You already know my start of the week. It's my boy Ezekiel Elliott against the Miami defense. I think he's going to have 3 touchdowns. A big game. I'm going to say he's going to have... I don't want to say it because it's really bold, but I want to say he's going to have 200 on the ground.
Ooh.
200 flat.
Not combined, just on the ground?
200 flat on the ground.
Oh my God.
Combined.
I
think he's going to have 200 total yards.
Either way is bold.
3 touchdowns. He's going to have a big game. 50 points fantasy. Let's go.
These are my sit of the weeks. I only have 2 players. I'm going to make it simple. James Conner. I would not bench Juju Smith at all. James Washington, keep him on your bench until maybe their connection in college kind of kicks off with Rudolph and Washington. They play in the same college. But James Conner, he's coming off. He says he's good to go. He didn't look good to go when he was playing the other day. He looked a little hobbled, and a knee injury is a knee injury, correct? A knee injury is always kind of serious. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're going to be just fronting that box. Whoever is up against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and James Conner is going to have a lot harder time than I think we're used to. So that's one of my sit of the weeks. And secondly, Carson Wentz. I want to see something else from you besides this big flashy play a game. I know you're playing Detroit, but if you have a better quarterback on your roster, whether it's a Russell Wilson or someone with a more friendly matchup, like, hell, I'll even take freaking Kyler Murray this week over Carson Wentz. I know that's bold, but I'm going to take him. I want to see Carson Wentz actually play the game, and health's always a concern of mine when it comes to Carson Wentz.
Sure.
So those are my sit of the weeks.
Yeah, I mean, my sit of the weeks, I got to say, is going to be Robbie Anderson. I don't think he's going to be very productive against a defense in New England. If he's not going 1-on-1 against the best cornerback in the NFL, Stephon Gilmore, he's going to be going up against Jason McCourty and Devin McCourty.
Matchup.
He's going to be going against Devin McCourty or Jason McCourty because whoever the Patriots go one-on-one with the best corner, if they don't do that with the best corner, they're going to have a guy over the top. So he's going to be double-teamed, he's going to have the best corner in the NFL on him. So I don't think it's going to be enough. I know Robbie Anderson, he's a baller, but with a third-string quarterback, I don't think he's going to be able to do much, especially with a defense like New England's this year that's operating under Bill Belichick.
Correct. Okay. Anything else? Any other fantasy talks you want to shoot at the customers, at the viewers?
Everyone who I sent trades out to, if you're watching this, please accept them. Other than that, nothing.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and we'll get back into quick takes. Welcome back, guys. Prime time. Slater, it's that moment again. Quick takes. You took the belt back. Here, it is yours. Gotham is yours. Do you want to quiz me first? Do you want me to go first? What do you want to do?
Your choice.
I'll quiz you second.
Okay, so I'm quizzing you first.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I like it better that way anyway.
Yeah. Minute 55?
Sure.
Well, do you want to do that? 'Cause that's what we've been doing.
Yep. Alright, yeah, let's do, let's
We'll go down, minute 50?
Yeah, 150.
Okay.
So this one doesn't have as many long
You want to go minute 45?
Minute 50.
Okay. Whenever you are ready, go.
Who is on the cover for Madden NFL 17?
Madden NFL 17, I'm going to say... Stop clicking, I can't think. OBJ?
Nope.
Antonio Brown?
Negative, it's 19.
Richard Sherman?
Nope, it's 15.
Skip it.
What college did Jalen Ramsey go to?
Florida State.
What is Phillip Rivers' playoff record?
13 and 9 and 10.
No.
10 and 9.
No.
8 and 8.
No.
Is it in the 10s?
No.
6 and 4.
No.
Skip it.
What is the NFL's oldest franchise that hasn't changed names or locations?
Giants.
Nope.
Packers.
Yep. How many times did Eli get selected to the Pro Bowl?
10.
No.
5.
No.
3.
No.
None.
No.
Once.
No.
7.
No.
Skip it.
What college did Eli play at?
Ole Miss.
Where did Daniel Jones go to college?
Penn State?
No.
Ole Miss?
No.
Blue. Penn State. BYU?
No.
BYU? Skip
No.
it.
What number was Tony Romo?
9.
What number is Antonio Brown?
17.
How old is Tony Romo?
36.
No.
37.
No.
39.
Yep. What college did Carson Wentz go to?
Skip it.
What overall pick was he?
He's a second overall pick.
Who was drafted before him?
Can't think of it. Skip it.
What team drafted Brandon Cooks?
The Saints.
What number is Brandon Cooks?
10?
No. Used to be 10.
13.
No.
17.
No.
18.
No.
11.
No.
12.
Yep. What club is Lionel Messi on, or team?
Manchester.
No.
Shoot!
Damn, bro.
Manchester United. Real Madrid.
FC Barcelona. And then, alright, I'll quiz you on the rest of them. What number was Brian Dawkins?
20.
What was his nickname?
Weapon X.
Whose
Wolverine.
nickname was the Bus?
Jerome Bettis.
Where was he drafted?
Steelers.
Nope.
Cleveland?
No.
Ravens?
No.
Can't think of it.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Rams. So you missed that one, that one, that one, that one, that one.
Well, where did I cut off
Brandon
at?
Cooks was 12. Did you get Brandon Cooks 12?
Yeah. So I
cut
missed
off at that.
at
FC
Barcelona. So I made it to 16, so I don't mind.
Goff was drafted before him.
I knew it was Goff.
What overall pick was he too?
Who's
You
on
got
Madden
that.
17? Why am I frying?
What?
Who's on Madden 17?
Gronkowski.
Ah!
And what college you got that? Phillip Rivers was 5 and 6 in his career. Bulls franchise, you got that. Eli got selected to 4 Pro Bowls. You skipped. You said everything but 4. Ole Miss, you got that. Daniel Jones went to Duke. AB 17, you got that. Carson Wentz, North Dakota State University. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of 20. In single digits now.
Oh, man. That's because I was like, I don't even want to hear what it is. Damn.
Oh, really? Damn, really? That's what you say after I tell you you got
Yeah,
9 out of
damn,
20?
really? Alright.
Alright, let me think.
Ready?
Yep.
Did you look at mine?
No, I didn't look.
Alright. Okay.
My time already started.
Minute
Cheater.
55. Well, I give you an extra 5 seconds.
We lost it now.
Well, yeah, now I gotta redo it, dick. All right. Ready, set. What is the head coach's name for Oklahoma?
Skip it.
What division do the Dodgers play in?
West. NL West.
There you go. Who's the Heisman winner in 2010?
Tim Tebow.
Nope.
Sam Bradford.
Nope.
Skip it.
Ricky Williams was
Cam
drafted.
Newton.
Yeah. Ricky Williams was drafted by what team?
Dolphins.
Nope.
Saints.
Yep. Who is the all-time leading rusher in NFL history?
Emmitt Smith.
Okay. Who was the number 6 overall pick of the 2019 draft?
Devin Bush.
Nope.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah. Who is Payne and Eli's father?
Archie Manning.
Yeah.
And Cooper. And Cooper. Don't forget Cooper.
Yeah, that's not his father. What team was he best known for playing for? Archie.
Saints.
Okay. What team is Landon Collins on?
Redskins.
Tom Coughlin is part of what franchise?
Jaguars.
What is the name of Cosmo and Wando's child?
Poof.
Yeah. Who caught Brett Favre's final touchdown pass?
Randy Moss.
Nope.
Greg Jennings.
Nope.
Sidney Rice.
Nope.
Skip it. Percy Harvin.
There you go. Who's the starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Quarterback?
Yeah, what's his
Mason
name?
Rudolph.
Name the 2 teams Brian Dawkins played for.
Ravens.
Nope.
I know he played for the Eagles, and then Redskins.
Nope.
Skip it.
Mike Williams wears what number?
81.
What college did he attend?
Ah, shoot. Why do I always forget this? Skip it for now.
What team is T.Y. Yeldon on?
TJ?
T.J. Yeldon, yeah,
Bills.
sorry. Yeah. What year did Cam Newton win MVP?
2015.
Yeah. How many rushing touchdowns did Cam Newton have in his career?
64?
Nope.
54.
No.
51.
Nope.
53.
Nope.
52.
Nope.
50. 59.
Nope.
49.
Nope.
Skip it.
What number is Casey Hayward?
26.
Okay. How many rushing touchdowns did Cam Newton have in his career? Skip it.
Yeah.
What year? What college did Mike Williams attend?
Clemson?
Yeah.
Was it Clemson?
Yeah. I'll give it to you.
No, it's fine.
Damn. No, I'll give it to you because he's still dominated. Lincoln Riley's the head coach for Oklahoma. So you missed that one.
I knew it was Lincoln. I knew it was Lincoln, but whatever.
Damn, dude, you got like every single one of these right. I thought these were hard. Percy Harvin, you got that. Mason Rudolph. Broncos and Eagles is Brian Dawkins. You think we're Ed Reed at first instead of Reed.
I know.
So you got 18 out of 20. Congrats. Whatever. I gotta make mine more hard, bro. These are like, I thought those
Mine aren't even that hard.
I just freak out.
Jared Goff was drafted before.
I know.
I feel like that's
forgot
a
about
common
that.
question.
I know. I always forget about that. Well,
Duke, Daniel Jones.
I knew it was blue. I knew it was blue. Well, how's it feel to be a 2-time champ again?
Familiar.
We'll have to see about that. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. Sorry you have any closing thoughts, anything you're looking forward to this week in fight, NFL-wise, anything else baseball-wise? What are you thinking?
Ezekiel Elliott, he's going to have a big, big game. I can't wait to wear his jersey on Sunday. I'm a Zeke fan.
Don't get those dirty fry sauce on it.
I don't eat dirty fries no more. But I'm going to have to say...
Don't blame you.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say, this will be mine. I know I'm 0-2 right now, but that will be mine.
I'm 0-2 too. I'm trying to make a move. 0-2 as well. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Primetime Sports. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Primetime Action Sports. The I time is a Y. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed or followed us, click that button. It takes a matter of seconds. You'll love what we're talking about. Give us feedback. Tell us what we're doing wrong. We always enjoy it. We enjoy reaching out to our fans. Thanks for liking our Instagram. Thanks for liking us. But most importantly, we're always here for you guys, and we're loving everything we do while we're giving you information. So until next time, we out.